Hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope you're doing wonderful. And welcome to today's video where we're talking about pretty privilege and what it means for you and just kind of getting the right perspective on things, but also in a completely different way than you would expect. So keep on watching for more. And just wanted to let you know if you're new here, my name is Amanda, and here we talk about everything to help up-level women and help them see themselves how God sees them, so they can see their own worthiness and, gain confidence. So let's get into it. So pretty privilege, what is it? Well, I think we all kind of have an idea of what it is. We all think that people who are pretty have more opportunities in life, more options, more people like them. They can rise the corporate ladder easier. Um, they can get the rich guy. I don't know. There's all kinds of things we think about. But what does it mean for us? And is there any truth to it? And I would say yes, there is. Because let's be honest, we all love someone who is pretty. Like we're all drawn to her. Women are drawn to her, men are drawn to her. Even babies are. Babies recognize beauty. And there's nothing wrong with being beautiful. Like, I know a lot of people think that, oh, no, you shouldn't be beautiful. And no, it's totally fine to be. Like, God created beauty. It just depends on how we use it and flaunt it or choose not to. And, having some decency and propriety, or whatever that word is, having some decency about it. So, I do believe that pretty privilege is a thing that if, like, let's just look at this example, this scenario. So, say this one girl walks in, or a young lady, or woman, or older woman, and she's like dressed in a blazer, maybe, or a beautiful dress that fits her nicely. Like accentuates the waist. It's flowy. It's just beautiful, elegant, and she just glides into the room. She has this beautiful energy coming from her. Because there is another point. There are women who look beautiful, but definitely do not act pretty at all. And we know those kinds of people. And that kind of ruins it for everyone. So you'll get a lot farther even if your outside isn't what you consider pretty, your inside is what's going to show. And that's what keeps and attracts people. And that's the only thing that lasts for eternity anyways. So now let's go to the option 2. This other woman walks in who's kind of like just in maybe like loose jeans, a loose shirt or sweatshirt, kind of like sloppy hair, maybe like a messy bun, or just not maybe elegant as we would maybe call it, like put together, just not any of that. And maybe like some kind of granola shoes. And I use the word granola, no offense to anybody, that's just what I use when like it's the opposite of elegant in my opinion. You kind of know what that is for you. And just like kind of maybe more sloppy looking, maybe her waist isn't quite accentuated, like nothing is flattering, So say she walks in. Kind of like, guess who do you think immediately? Because we all judge on first impressions. Like we are human, we all judge. Which one do you think we're going to judge between the two women is more, more educated, or maybe smarter, or just all the better qualities we're going to attribute to the one who is presenting herself well, not to the other one. And of course, we all have those days, so like no judgment, but I'm just trying to make a point here that it does matter how we present ourselves. And our outside is a reflection of our inside. It truly is. So what someone is wearing on their outside is a pretty good reflection of what's on the inside of them. Especially like, say if someone, in another sense, say if someone is like completely disorderly, in their clothing and how they seem put together. Well, we can kind of imagine their house or their paperwork or everything is kind of going to be the same way. Because how we do anything is how we do everything. I think it was like Aristotle or Socrates that said, success then is not an act, but a habit or greatness. I forget which one. Anyways, but like marketing, when we go to the store, what do we buy? We buy the thing that's packaged nicely, not the thing that has like something torn on it and is ripped or broken. We might buy those things because they're cheaper, but can you see how this applies to people? We're going to attribute something's broken or cheaper about that person. Like it's just what humans do. And the thing is beauty is kind of ingrained in us. Like how we've been for like thousands of years. Because like going back from like times when we were in tribes and like maybe, and coming to more of present day, it's kind of ingrained in our DNA. We look for symmetricalness, because say someone who's a little bit off in a way, you can tell like their face isn't quite, symmetrical, or I don't know how to say this, but like if you see like someone who has like Down syndrome or something like that, you can tell like they look different from the rest of us, like just being honest, like nothing against it, but just to be honest, so that's how like we've been primed to like choose each other, like whether it's like for marriage or just being friends with someone, we subconsciously see all those things to see if that person is healthy or not. So it's ingrained in women and men to see, like beauty, or what's it called? Not, you wouldn't necessarily call a guy beautiful, but whatever it's called for the other side, the symmetricalness, the healthiness part, and all beauty is being healthy, because what is beauty? We all have different ideas of who we think is the most beautiful woman, or throughout time it's been different, throughout different cultures it's different, but beauty is health. Like when you see someone who's just vibrant and she's glowing and she's walking down the street or walking into the store, you're like, wow, she's beautiful, Because what is beauty? Well, it's like your skin is glowing because you're healthy. Your eyes are clear and bright. Your hair is, beautiful and just silky or thick, you're healthy. Your body is fit and not overweight. We attribute all those things because it's healthiness, honestly. And yeah, it's a very interesting topic to kind of like study, but we can all use this to our advantage. And that's what I'm saying all of this for, because we can totally use this to revamp ourselves. Because like when I was younger, I completely did not, pay any attention to looks or anything. And I always felt ugly, or that no one noticed me, or that I'm the one that kind of blends into the wall, But then all I did was I started taking care of myself a little bit, like, doing your hair, washing your face nicely, eating right, exercising, the simple basic things, sleeping more, sleeping right, instead of staying up too late. And then wearing things that made me feel great about myself and that I felt look beautiful. So, because like Sophia Loren said, that the only thing that makes a woman beautiful is her belief that she is beautiful. Because we all see women out there that are beautiful women and they don't believe it, so they're not using it to their advantage. They might as well not be, because, they don't even recognize it. And then there's other people who are not, maybe, in a sense, and they believe they are, and so they get things, or they just go through life, it's just a belief. And most beliefs we have are false. So let's just choose more empowering ones to where we are in life to make us, live better lives. Because, like, how was I? When I was not feeling good about myself, I wouldn't treat other people as nicely. I would be having lots of negative thoughts, which would then transpose to not being nice to other people. It's like this circle. But when you feel good about yourself and you're secure in yourself, you can just pour into other people without even thinking about yourself anymore. And you just become so present, and you can just really feel another person's heart and step into their situation, just really be there for them when you're not so preoccupied with yourself. So that's why this topic is so important, because, yes, it is good for us, but it's good for everyone else around us too. You know, who wants to be with the girl who's constantly like, oh, I don't like look nice. Is my, like, am I too fat? Oh, this doesn't look good. Like, who wants to be around that? Like, I know we've all been there, but how much more uplifting is it to be around a woman who's just so confident in herself and isn't constantly like saying all those things and wanting validation? Because it becomes tiring to give that validation. And we don't like it, and then they never change, you know? So it's like you're giving them the validation, but it doesn't make any change to them believing in themselves anymore, you know? So it's kind of like this fruitless cycle, and we don't want that. So yeah, definitely anyone can be beautiful. Everyone is beautiful. God made everybody beautiful. God made women, all women, beautiful, but women let themselves go. That's the only thing. So, like, as some call to action or homework, you know, it doesn't have to be work, because when you feel good about yourself, you just want to keep doing things to keep feeling that way, because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, you know? So just do the simple things. These things do not have to be great and big. Just eat right, like whole foods. So like protein, like chicken, fish, you know, those types of things, meat, and vegetables. Leave out, you know, the wheat stuff like pasta and stuff. You can look more into that from the Wheat Belly diet. And it's not really a diet, it's a lifestyle. And it completely changed how I felt about myself and how I looked. Because wheat and stuff, it makes you bloated. So even if you're doing all the exercises and stuff, you will not see any progress if you're not eating right. And once I started doing that, like my stomach is like pretty flat, you know? And you don't really have to exercise that hard. Maybe like 15 minutes of just some like regular stuff. And then do some stretches, because that's really good for you. It makes you feel good. And drink your water. Get lots of sleep at night. Like, do not do screens like 2 hours before bed, because that wakes us up and gives us like dark circles. And yeah, you know, just the really basic stuff. But if you can just write like 4 or 5 of those things down and just consistently do it for a month, you will see such a difference. Okay. Oh, and have a green smoothie a day. So like get some spinach, avocado, some banana or mangoes, you know, make a smoothie and have that every day. You will start seeing yourself just be glowing, because you're actually providing your body with nutrients. Okay? So let this be something to you that you are beautiful, and you can, you know, take care of yourself to just shine even brighter and feel even better. So definitely do that for yourself. You owe that to yourself. And yeah, just go feel fabulous. You know, life's too short to worry about, oh, am I overdressed or something? So, okay, sorry about that. A call came in and it paused my recording. But if you want to go deeper into this, definitely check out the course I've created for you guys below. It has everything you need to completely change your mindset, which then completely changes everything else about your life. And it's the whole thing. You know how everywhere else you just find that it's just bits and pieces and you have to like put things together and duct tape it together to get a result? Well, this thing has all the steps. And it's things that I've learned that have transformed my life, and I know it will do it for you too. So if it resonates with you, definitely go check it out. The link is below. And definitely remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.